update with regards to the ongoing investigations against the Lingayat Seer, and now we are picking up more details on what's happening there, because remember, he's now been taken to the government hospital in Chitradurga. He has raised some health concerns. He complained of chest pains, is why he was taken to the hospital from the Chitradurga district jail, where he did spend his night after his arrest took place. Now, these are the latest visuals we're picking up from outside the hospital premises, and you can see that an ambulance has also made its way to the hospital premises. We'll go across to Deepak in just a bit. Deepak is with us. Deepak, what's going on there? We do see an ambulance parked right outside the hospital.
Yes, the update that we are getting is that, he could be shifted to the other block of the hospital, probably for more medical care and need. Probably some information coming in is that, probably to the ICU ward as well, he could be moved. This is more an OPD block. So the main block, of course, is just about 2-3 buildings away. So they're going to take him in this small ambulance right now, is the information that we are getting. So we'll have to see how the police really, manage to move them with a lot of crowds now gathering here. They are spending a lot of time trying to disperse the crowds to ensure that there is smooth movement of this ambulance from the block that we are standing in. This is the casualty center of the government hospital. About 2 buildings away is the main government medical hospital here. So it seems like he's in need of more medical care. So that's the update that we've got here. The police, of course, right now are again not divulging details, and they're saying that the doctors will be able to update us. We'll of course try and get in a word from the doctor who treated this here at this casualty block in the hospital. So we'll have to see how the situation unfolds now in the next 15 minutes. We are expecting this movement to happen, and right now once again we are looking at some activity inside, in this corridor, where you can see multiple, journalists as well waiting to get a glimpse of the Seer as he moves from that block where he's in right now. We should understand that while he was brought here, his condition, they said there are medical concerns, but what exactly has happened, we'll be able to tell our viewers once the doctors give us a clear update. But with this ambulance being kept right at the gate, it's almost certain now that he'll be taken in this small ambulance, because the distance from here to the main block is quite short. So the police, using this smaller ambulance of sorts to shift him out of this particular block. So we'll really have to see, what are his medical concerns, whether after shifting him to the other block, whether there will be yet another attempt made to probably move him to Bengaluru if there is a need, medical need of sorts. Now we should understand, to move, the accused in this particular case, they would also look at the option of going by road, but for that a lot of arrangements have to be made. So right now we are looking at some sort of movement that's happening. Let's try and see whether it is any equipment, or whether the Seer himself is going to be moved in this particular ambulance. He is in fact seated in this particular ambulance, is what we've been informed. As he passes through, of course, we'll get a better glimpse of what's happening exactly. My video journalist Sunil at this point in time trying to bring us these shots of the Seer as he's seated in this particular ambulance. Let's take a closer look. Yes, there you can see the Seer, clear visuals. Now he's lying down in this particular ambulance. He's being shifted to a block nearby. While he was brought here, of course, there didn't seem to be a discomfort of the kind that we are looking at right now. He now has been, and now, the ambulance once again stopped there, taking a reverse, like I said, just a couple of buildings away. That's the reason they've made use of this smaller ambulance. A lot of frenzy at this point in time around the ambulance itself. The Seer, of course, not speaking, not saying a word ever since yesterday. He has, of course, not made any gestures as well, as the ambulance now gets inside to the main block of this government hospital, where he will be given additional medical care. What is this additional medical care? Why is it needed? These are details that are awaited, which we'll be bringing to our viewers in just a few moments from now. Here, as the ambulance moves in, now it says this is the maternity ward. This is but not clear whether there's another gate that will lead to the ICU there. But he's of course been shifted out. As we take a look at these visuals, these are dramatic scenes that are being witnessed. Just hours after he was taken into custody, we are looking at him having health concerns now, and also him being taken from one block of the hospital to the other. The reasons behind this right now is not very clear, but there seems to be some sort of a medical concern which is even preventing him from walking, because while he was brought in, he was seated in the police jeep. Now you're looking at a different scenario. We're looking at him lying down on a stretcher, being placed in an ambulance. We'll have to see, how the how the doctors really handle this situation. We'll try and get in a word from one of the doctors. Doctor, can you tell us what is his health condition? Doctor, can you tell us? Well, not really giving us a word about his health condition. One of the doctors moving inside. Meanwhile, you can see a lot of policemen right now guarding this particular entrance, and we'll of course get in a word so that we get some sort of clarity as to the medical care that's being given here. What is firstly available? Now this is the ICU. In fact, there on the board, you can see. In fact, on the board it says ICU. So it looks like he's been shifted to the ICU block. So it definitely some more medical care and attention, being given to the accused here in this case. So this is going to continue for at least for the next couple of hours, the treatment here. Then probably we'll get a clear-cut, some information as to whether the doctors are going to advise him to be shifted to further medical care, either at a different hospital in Chitradurga or even in a different city, and most probably Bengaluru. Back to you in the studios.
All right, now we'll keep up with what you're telling us, Deepak, and we'll, we're really looking out for those visuals, because now that's what's expected. He's being moved to another block in the government hospital is what we are being told. So does this indicate the fact that there are serious health concerns being reported at the moment? We'll try and pick in a word from the doctors as well, as Deepak pointed out, and really try and understand what the exact situation is, whether or not thereafter he will be moved to another city like that of Bengaluru. Now remember, this comes after the late night arrest, the arrest that took place around 10:15 p.m. last night. Imran is also with us. Imran, we see a lot of media presence there, and we have those visuals first on Times Now of the Chief Pontiff of Muruga Mutt. He's lying in that ambulance, being taken to another building. So indications at the moment, point out at the fact that his health is all not well.
Well, we have to wait for the medical report as to what exactly, and there's also a question rising is that does he needs to be shifted to Bangalore, because as the Davangere is there, very close by, all the medical hospitals are there, and whether it's part of a larger strategy on the part of the Muruga's lawyers to ensure that he remains not in jail. Like, also protests have broken out in Bangalore, as I can see behind me. The civil society groups of protesting students have also come out. Can I take a question to you? Is that what do you make of the thing that he's not well and he's been admitted in the hospital right now? Muruga Mutt said.
Sorry?
Muruga Mutt Swamiji has been admitted in the hospital now.
It's all a political gimmick, and we demand emergency to the Swamiji to send to emergency to the jail. This is violence against Dalit women continuously happening from past long years. These kind of mutts should be explored more and more in Karnataka itself. We are glad that these minor girls have come out and said that about their problems, and in future also there are more girls and more ladies have to come to outside and explore this kind of fake Swamijis in publicly. So we demand.
Swamiji is now Swamiji ಈಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ?
ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಈ ಜಾತಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಂತ ನೀವೇ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹೊಡೆದು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಬೀಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 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 ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಮಹಿಳೆಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಸಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು.
Because the Swamiji belongs to a powerful Lingayat community, that's the reason why he's enjoying all this protection. If he belonged to a lower caste or from somebody not from a privileged class, then he would have been already by now been arrested and brought before the law.
Sir, madam, ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಇದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ತರ ಬಾಲಕಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ದೆ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಮನೆಗಳಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ? ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಠ ಅವ್ರ ದೇವ್ರು ಸಮಾನ ಅಂತ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಂಬಿ ನಾವು ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗಳು. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ದಿರ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾನ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ತಂಗಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಕ್ಕ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬಲಿ ಹಸುಳೆ ಬಾಲಕಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ, ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
So she's saying that people from not so well class send these children to the ashrams in order to afford them the schools, and if the children are sent there and these kind of incidents happen, what kind of faith they'll have in the institution, in the Swamiji itself, and what kind of repercussions they have to face. This is what the public perception is, that they feel that on the ground that the medical grounds what being given by the Swamijis and the state government, that he will be shifted, they feel that it is bogus, and in fact they feel it has been done to keep him out of the jail, and they immediately demand his arrest. And you can see behind me this civil society organizations in Karnataka have come together. Students have come up, women's organizations and other students have also from different colleges have come demanding that they should be Swamiji should be immediately arrested. Yeah.
All right. Imran, keep getting us those voices. We'll go across to Deepak in just a bit as he's trying to get us a clearer picture on his current health status. But Imran, as far as the ongoing developments go, now here's what happened. A quick recap for viewers. Late last night around 10:15 p.m. is when he was arrested. Thereafter, his medical tests were carried out before he was produced before the magistrate. And now early this morning, we picked up news of how he's being taken to the government hospital now.